Chat, clip that. You ever see a streamer go, hey chat, clip that, and then no one's in chat? Oh, that's you? Or have you ever had an amazing stream where everyone was having fun and telling you how much fun they were having, and you thought, okay, after the stream, I'm gonna go and check out my clips, and then there's no clips? Yeah, you relate to that? Me too. So today, we're gonna make it so that every time you say, chat, clip that, it saves one high quality clip to your computer. Actually, two high quality clips, because we can set it to also take a vertical clip at the same time so that you're ready to post on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or whatever. Americans, if you're watching this from the future, I hope you still have TikTok. All right, let me show you how. All right, this is OBS Studio where the magic happens. We're gonna start by setting up our replay buffer correctly. All right, so open up the settings. You're gonna wanna go to Output, and then under recording, you'll see enable replay buffer. This is basically the function that will record in the past, kind of. So then you'll have replay buffer, and you can set the length that you want it to clip stuff. In general, it depends on which games you're playing, but you know, if your clips usually last longer, you want a longer time, maybe a minute. You can also set up a maximum memory. Here I have it at 1 gig, but usually it's not gonna exceed that. The thing with replay buffer is that on my output sample mode, it takes into account my recording settings. So everything I have here, high quality, medium file size, in MP4, H.264, that's what it's gonna encode the clips with. You don't have to follow this. This is what I use. This is not necessarily me telling you that you need to use that. So do whatever encoding, just know that it copies the same settings, at least in the output sample mode. Second thing that we need to do is set up a hotkey for the replay buffer to actually save it. Now, this is the whole part where if you want to skip the voice control part, that's completely fine. You can just set up a keyboard shortcut. We're still gonna add a keyboard shortcut, but basically we'll use voice control to trigger that keyboard shortcut. And you should see it somewhere. Where is it? There you go. In its own little category here, we're gonna see replay buffer and save replay. This is where you wanna set some sort of shortcut that you kind of know you're not gonna have on anything else, which is honestly kind of complicated for me. So I'm gonna go Alt, Control, Shift, F6. Let's try that again. I'm gonna actually click on it this time. Alt, Control, Shift, F6. Hopefully that doesn't trigger anything else. All right, then you can click Apply and OK. One thing you need to know is that replay buffer here needs to be on. You need to click Start Replay Buffer so it knows it's ready to save that clip whenever. So if you're starting your stream, you click Start Streaming and also Start Replay Buffer. There's probably an option to make it automatic, but whatever. Second thing that I want you to do, because like we just set it up for the normal landscape clips, you want to set up the vertical ones. You want to go to Aitum.tv and you basically want to scroll down until you see any reference to Aitum Vertical right there. Aitum Vertical plugin for OBS Studio. You want to click download, you want to install it. I made a whole video about it. You can watch it if you want more details. But basically, it's going to give you a couple more docs just like this, where you can have a vertical screen. All right, let me rearrange everything. Go to docs, make sure that I have vertical sources and vertical scenes. And it's basically another OBS Studio integrated, except under one window. So what I can do now is basically have a YouTube Shorts ready clip setup by reusing sources that I already have here, or by just importing the whole scenes and just placing them correctly. So let's do just that. I'm gonna add this social media pop-up thing. I have a video on that. It's free, you can customize it, go check it out. And just like that, I have a post-ready short form vertical setup. And by the way, you can link those scenes, right-click on that vertical scene, and then link this to the corresponding scene, so that if you click away to another scene, there you go, and then I bring it back, it's actually going to be linked. So if I'm switching scenes on my normal OBS, I don't need to worry about what's going on the vertical one. I can link them and then they switch automatically. So you can have a different setup for different actual OBS scenes. So all we need to do now is go to the vertical settings, bottom here. And under general, we're gonna see something called backtrack. Backtrack is the equivalent of the replay buffer in OBS. You can set it so that it's always on, or you can set it so that backtrack runs while streaming or recording. So as soon as you click streaming, this is going to turn on automatically. You can set the length, 30 seconds is fine. You can set the recording path so you can know exactly where it's going. I'm actually going to change that. And you might want to make it match your normal OBS recording, or you can make a specific folder. I'm going to call this folder test clips. There you go. And then finally, we have the hotkey. And I'm going to make this one the exact same hotkey as the other one. So Alt, Control, Shift, F6 and click OK. Now for this example, I'm not going to be recording or streaming from this OBS. So I'm actually going to go back and make it so that it's always on. Okay, so it's on. Replay buffer is also on. All right, so before we do any voice control stuff, what we can do is actually test it. So just open up the folder. This is my test clips folder, and I can press Alt Control Shift F6. We can see at least one of them appeared. And weirdly enough, the Aitum worked, but not the OBS. So let's see what's up with that. Oh, that's because it basically changed it for me. Let me try again. Can I have two of them? Yes, that's fine. I know they're the same. No. Okay. Pretty sure I've done this before where I have two things with the same shortcut. Yeah. There we go. All right, let me delete this one. And now I can Alt Control Shift F6 and pray. Yes. This is my first time testing it. It was just a theory in my head. We should have replay, which is the OBS file. And you can see, maybe not by the gameplay because that's a pre-recorded gameplay, but like by the quality of my camera, you can see it's the highest quality. It's a higher quality than if you clipped on Twitch because it's not compressed by, well, your bitrate and all that stuff. It's just as you see it in OBS, that's how it's gonna come out, mostly. But it also depends on your recording settings. Anyways, let's check out the vertical clip. Same thing, super high quality, especially if you do that thing where you put your social pop-up in there. Of course, the length is gonna be fixed. But to be fair, if you send the file to your phone, you can just trim it on whatever app you're about to post it on YouTube Shorts, on TikTok or Instagram Reels. You can trim it right before you post it. So it's pretty much ready to post. All right, let's clear those just to make sure. Let's delete them. And let's do the voice control thing. And for that, I'm gonna use Streamerbot. Keep in mind that if you have something like a Stream Deck, all you have to do is set it so that it presses that hotkey, and yeah, you can just do that with your Stream Deck. We're just going extra fancy with the whole voice control thing. I'm also realizing I've never done the key press thing with Streamerbot, so hopefully that works. First tab we want to go to is voice control. We want to go to settings and make sure that it's listening. It is listening. Otherwise, I always put like auto start listening, so it's always listening to what I'm saying, trying to figure out what words I'm gonna trigger. And don't pay attention to this one. I should probably delete that. Yep. Let me also delete that. I'm not going to use that anymore. I'm going to right click, click add. We're going to name this one double clip, double clipper. And the command is what you want to say. Chat, clip that. Now I'm aware that this is not like the best, like the best speech to commands or the best listener. I've had people in my chat be like, yeah, I'm struggling with this. I get it. I get it. But if you don't want to use Streamerbot, there is something called VoiceBot. I hope they're still around, but I made a video about them years ago on how to basically switch scenes with your voice and things like that. So you can check out that video. Just type get level VoiceBot. And then location is, do you want it to be exactly what you said or something at the start of your phrase or just anywhere in your phrase? Definitely not anywhere. We're going to go with exact, and basically we're going to test it. If exact seems to not be working, we can do start, especially if you want to say clip that, chat, clip that, and then continue talking. Okay, we basically created that command. Now we need to create an action for that command. I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna go to the action tab. I'm gonna right click, click add. What do we call it? Double clipper. Let's call this one double voice clipper. Put it in a group if you have one. I'm not gonna be actually using this. So click OK. We already created our trigger, so might as well just add it. I'm gonna right click under triggers here, go to core, go to voice control, and then find command. I believe it's command. And then we can find double clipper. Okay, click OK. We have our trigger. Now this is the part where we tell it what to do when it hears the trigger. So let's right click and basically let's find a way to press some keys. So under core, you can find system and you can find keyboard press. This is my first time using this. It was what? Control, Alt, Shift, and F6. Right there. And we can click okie dokie. That should be it. That should be all of it. The question is that enough? I have my folder right there. I'm going to show you my hands and I'm going to say, chat, clip that. Okay, that didn't work. Chat, clip that. Second try, at least. Second try. Maybe I should put like a comma between chat and the rest, but it works. It works. Okay, cool. Now here's the thing. I understand that if you're live streaming, like you see me like do this twice, you don't have the time to figure out, did it take the clip, right? Especially if you're in an intense game like this. So what we can do is actually make it play a sound. So basically, let's right click under sub action. Let's go to core. Let's go to sounds and then play sound. So audio device, you can pick exactly what to play it in. I'm usually playing with my headset, but I'm gonna put it on default. If I have my VR headset on, I wanted to play it on there. And then the sound to play, you just need to find out. I should have a bunch of sound effects somewhere. All right, we're gonna use this just as an example, but you usually want something that is very short. That's not gonna blow your headphones off.
Viber.
That's fine. And you can set the volume here too. So I'm gonna set it to like 60% and click OK. So now we can test it one more time and also see if it actually plays the sound. Let's say, chat, clip that.
Viber.
Now, if you want to push it further, what you can do is basically record yourself. Use something like voice mod, and you can say something like Jarvis, clip that. And then Jarvis will be like, successfully clipped, or something like that. Whatever. I give you the tools, you get creative with it. This also means that Streamerbot, you can set it as a channel point where your chat could be controlling this, basically taking a clip whenever they want. Maybe with bits, maybe with gifted subs, maybe with subs. Again, me, tools, you, creative. And that's a pretty fun way to make sure that you always have your clips effortlessly without relying on your chat, and also better quality than if you were to clip them with Twitch. I'm pretty sure you can probably make it so that it clips also on Twitch at the same time. I'll let you figure this one out, okay? I can't do all of it for you, okay? You gotta do some stuff too. Thank you for watching. Follow me on Twitch. I'll see you all later, okay? Go out there, make me proud, get level, out.